Hey, how's it going, everyone? Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Make sure to hit the thumbs up if you like this video, or the thumbs down if you don't. Comment about either one of these two products I'm about to share with you today, and some of my thoughts and experiences using both of these sets and why I went with one set over the other set. Let's get into it. The Pittsburgh set you can pick up from your local Harbor Freight for $18.99 plus tax. The MATCO set, part number MST93A, you can pick up from your MATCO tool vendor, and sometimes on an eBay buy or some kind of garage sale or Craigslist ad. These are how different ways you can come across it. You can even pick it up on the tool truck itself. Not sure if you can order it online or not, but it comes in at $79.95. Literally 4 times more expensive than the Harbor Freight set, if you consider how much the Harbor Freight set actually costs. Let's lift the lids, open them up, see what they come with, and then we'll talk about my experience with the quality. So, opening up both sets, you can see they both come with their own little instruction sheet. Kind of show you how to use it. One paper instruction sheet here in a plastic Ziploc bag. The other one comes on a more of a wax dry erase kind of film, which is pretty handy, which means it's the durability of the instructions should last a little bit longer than the paper one, should you forget how to use it down the road. Looking at all the different pieces that it comes with, you can see that it comes with pretty much the same adapters the other one comes with. This one has more of a black oxidized washer that it comes with, and then of course you got your bearing, and then you got the nut driver portion here. You got the cups that are 2 different styles of width, one more narrow, the other one a little bit wider, depending on what kind of power steering pulley you might be trying to pull off to gain access to the hardware to remove the power steering pump, or maybe you need to remove the pulley because the pulley is actually bad and you're going to replace it. Either way, this kit's going to come in handy for that. Not going to do a lot with alternator pulley pulling unless you're working on an old school alternator, but more commonly than not, you're going to run into situations where you need to remove the power steering pump pulley, and this is what that kit comes in handy for. Looking over at the Harbor Freight kit, you do get some kind of chrome looking washer here, crush washer, as well as a bearing. Looking at both bearings, you can see that they're both completely different sizes. One's a little bit thicker than the other. You can see that the internal component is kind of secured by this outer shell, where this one is more of a bearing on the inside of what looks like another washer, where this one is the bearing what's built into it. A little bit coarse, kind of binding up there, trying to rotate it. So not the best quality as far as the bearing goes. This bearing, you can clearly and easily see that it moves with ease. Going over to the actual clamping portion that goes around the pulley itself, you can see here on this one, put it back in the shelf for a moment, that it almost appears to be the same size on both sides. One's a little bit more kind of oblong, kind of like the Dairy Queen symbol. This one's more round. Not sure the reason or purpose behind that. Maybe the idea is that making it this way would make it wider for a wider pulley, and maybe this one would be more narrow. Looking and comparing them both to each other side by side, you can definitely see a bore diameter difference and how much grabbing metal you actually have compared to the other one. So, not really a huge fan of the clamping portion either. You can also see very poorly machined at best. But not bad for a one-time use in my opinion, just throwing that out there. Okay, let's get back to it. You also have the button insert that goes into the threaded portion, like so. And then of course, you'd push that on, thread that down into the pulley. Now, for this one, the O-ring just seems to be a little bit oversized for what you actually need for this. In order to kind of clear that up, I would put some lubricant around this, trying not to destroy this because I'll probably return this kit. Just wanted to use it as an example because I actually have bought in this kit twice in the past for the same exact card, removed the same exact pulley, and it failed me 2 times, so I ended up buying this kit. Taking this kit into consideration with its little button, you can see that the O-ring is actually sits down in more of like a recessed groove, and it's not nearly as hard to push in as the other one, but still requires a little bit of lubrication as well. See, I kind of accidentally tore the O-ring a little bit, so if you're going to use this, make sure to lube that up a little bit. You also get various types of threads. Now, looking at the threaded portions that it actually has that would go into this portion here, so you can thread this into your power steering pump. It comes with multiple adapters. They look and appear to be of similar quality as far as this portion is concerned. I did not have an issue using the install portion of this. My biggest issue was using the removal portion of this tool. So just throwing that out there for a tip to somebody. I did end up using this set again to install the pulley. Not a problem. A little bit of lubricant will go a long ways for this kit and the pulley. Make sure if you're going to be removing the pulley, use some kind of rust penetrant on or around the pulley where it's pressed onto the shaft. Spray around that real good so that penetrant oil can get in there. And when you're getting ready to reinstall the pulley, make sure you use something like white lithium grease or something like that, so that there's more of an ease of pulling the pulley back on. If you still have trouble pulling and pushing or pressing that pulley back on, you might try to reroute the serpentine or drive belt around that pulley if it's possible. Maybe lightly tap it on with a hammer. Don't get too crazy because we're not trying to damage the pump. But if you lightly kind of tap it against the shaft itself to kind of get it partially set, and you reroute the drive belt around it, that's going to help to kind of hold that pulley still while you're trying to press it on. So overall, if I had to do this all over again, absolutely I would go with the MATCO set. It's literally 4 times the cost of this, but it's 4 times less of a headache than this set for sure. Like I said, I had bought this set to remove and install a pulley on my Dodge Ram. The button here just completely destroyed and mushroomed, and it actually got stuck on this portion of the thread, and I couldn't get it off, so I had to return the set. And I only was able to pull the pulley halfway off. I then tried the newer set and tried to lubricate the seal, and was able to get the pulley to almost come off. And again, same exact thing. This became really mushroomed, and I practically had to beat this thing off with a hammer and took it back. Ended up buying this set in case to finish the job. Pulled that pulley off. Went back to this set just to see if it was even worthwhile in keeping to install, and I was able to successfully install the pulley using this set. So overall, in a pinch, you might be able to get the job done with this. Long-term scheme of things, for the occasional time that you need it, less of a headache, less drive time having to go back and forth to the store to warranty a tool out. As you can see, even the bearing, this being a brand new kit that I picked up today, not so good. Maybe even re-lubricate that up and try to run it around a few more times just to kind of get whatever grit is caught in there. It seems like I'm kind of loosening it up now, but still just keeps getting hung up on something. At any rate, that's the kit there in a nutshell. My reasoning for going with the MATCO installer kit, pulley puller kit versus the Harbor Freight one here. That's my reason for doing it. Again, in a pinch, guys, this would work, but overall I'd rather pay a little bit more and get a lot better quality tool out of it. That's all I got for this video, guys. Make sure you hit the thumb up if you like this video. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you're interested in either one of these kits, make sure to go to Harbor Freight, check it out on the website, or you can go to MATCO and check it out on the website. Don't just take my word for it. Read the reviews. That's all I got. See you guys later.